Welcome, residents, to the Dr. DC podcast. My name is Producer Richard, and across from me is the Doctor himself.
Hello.
Each week, we talk about the weird world of DC. It's wonderful, too. Sometimes we feel questions from listeners like you.
You took your eyes off the screen for half a second.
It's good.
I think it's the general cabin fever sentiments.
Oh, yeah. Oh, without a doubt, yeah. I'm having these moments where, like, if I don't do something enough times, when I go to do it, I feel like I forget for a second how to do like simple things like drive the car, or like I like went to somewhere. I went
put
to
on
like
pants.
Yeah. Well, God, who does that? I went to a building. I went to like a work thing the other day, and there were some other people there, and I went to like go shake someone's hand, and the guy looked at me like I was a nut, and I was like, "What? Oh yeah!" And then he like put his elbow thing out, and I was like, "No!" And I just like walked away.
We
and
can
I'm
just
like,
nod. We don't have to replace it with something weirder, like an elbow.
Yeah,
just nod.
I
would be cool with bows. Let's bring bows back.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Yeah, I legitimately like. I drove the car for the first time like the other day in like 2 weeks. And I remember being like, what is this machine? Like,
you just kept it in reverse out of the driveway and the whole way to where you were going. So you're like, I don't know that I can handle reverse and drive. One thing at a time, baby steps.
Yeah, one gear. That's all I can do. It's weird for sure. But I'm getting very, very confident with Zoom conversations because
you've been doing a lot of them.
I've been doing them so much. Doing them for a ton of work meetings. I did an entire workshop the other day through one,
nice.
So that was nice.
Yeah, we've been having Zoom meetings for work and things like that. I only just learned about the screen share thing.
Oh yeah. Ooh, have you fucked with the whiteboard yet?
No, I haven't. But the screen share thing is kind of handy. That's interesting.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I did it because I did screen share and did a presentation with like slides and stuff, and it was awesome. And
nice.
I was like, oh, we're in a whole new world now. This is great.
I know, you don't have to see anyone ever again.
I know. And Zoom has such low lag. I'm going to start using it for everything.
Especially considering everyone is using it constantly now. I'm sort of impressed with it.
I'm also just like, where did it come from? Because I don't ever remember knowing about
Everyone
it
instantly knew about it when everything shut down, but I had never heard about it before then.
I've been looking for like a tool like this.
I actually think that Zoom released the coronavirus. I'm a Corona truther, and I think it was Zoom.
It was Zoom.
Yeah.
They did it quickly. It was just like Zoom. But it's just fine. I've been looking for a tool like that for so goddamn long. To not know that this existed and other people did, I'm furious.
This feels like though. I mean it. I think Zoom did this.
Yeah.
This is exactly like one of those movie plots where it's like we'll release the pathogen and then sell the antidote.
What's that van outside?
Oh shit! They know. Zoom knows.
Zoom, 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 zoom. Oh no!
I'm just gonna share a screen of them killing me.
Ooh, the content. Oh my god. That was so valuable. We should kill you all the time.
Hey, listen, that's a one-time deal.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna figure out the technology.
Listen, I think Zoom knows how to resurrect.
You know what was really disappointing?
Do you know who's behind? You know the deep state? That's also Zoom.
Yeah. I was really they're fucking what's the group from The Simpsons?
The Zoominati?
No, the fucking the cult. What are they called?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not the fighting hellfish. It's the other one. But,
yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, you guys are probably screaming at them for your phones right now. But no, I was really pissed off at myself because I recorded a video interview that'll be out now if you guys want to go to the Yukon Comedy Festival's Facebook page.
Yeah.
But I did an interview with Kyle and Kyle Clark.
They know.
Yeah. I did an interview with Kyle.
He's kind of like our pod father. He's like,
and I've been putting like basically no production into these things because I'm like I have to do them every single day and sometimes
and
twice
it's
a day.
more just about the content.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard for me to like deal with, but I'm also like
I think
pragmatic.
this is a good exercise for you, though.
I'm always pragmatic. Like I'm never gonna like take.
It's not bad. It's just you're not dressing it up. You're not doing the extra shit you sometimes would do.
I just don't have the. I know I won't have the time and money that my time can be spent is better spent on other things.
Exactly.
And so I was like, okay, like I can't spend the time on this, but it's good to get it out. And I did the meeting with Kyle, and Kyle had his mic set up, and I'm like, fucking goddamn it! I was so upset because he sounded great, and I sounded like shit.
You didn't.
No, I haven't been miking them because I don't trust these fucking programs anymore with the mixer.
Yeah.
And so I don't have a direct mic. I haven't even tested it yet. So now I'm furious that I hadn't tested it because I'm like, does this work? Maybe it could work. Maybe it was just these other programs. I'm furious, and so I was really upset. So now I listened. I could barely listen back to it because I'm like, I can't. Because he sounds so much.
Is that
better.
like when we put out that episode? You had to put the cold open where you were crying, writing a suicide note about the audio.
To whom this may concern.
If you're listening to this,
yeah.
I'm already gone.
Look, I get it. I think I actually did say that.
You did. I think you said, I understand if you don't want to listen to this. You were in such a low place. You're in such a dark place.
It's still out there if you guys want to go searching for it.
It's episode 127. It's a regular episode.
Oh, is that? You knew the number. Jeez.
I know a lot of weird stuff like that about our show because I actually go back and listen.
Wow. What a loser.
Well, no, just when it comes out, I mean. But my brain only retains things that can't help me financially. So
I'm doing my best, man. I'm trying. We got a few pieces of news. What have we jump into those? Yeah. This has been for like the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks of news. I've been saving up a few pieces.
Yeah. The news edging.
Oh yeah. I mean, are you ready to blow your news load?
I've been waiting so long to hear you say that.
First piece of news. Barbara Gordon joins Titans season 3.
Yeah. I heard that rumor that, and specifically, I think as Oracle, I think she's going to show up.
I thought they didn't know yet.
Oh well, maybe that was just like a rumor thing. But the stuff that I was seeing kept mentioning likely as Oracle or whatever. But it's possible that's not confirmed or whatever. But
yeah, I mean,
yes, Barbara Gordon is going to be showing up for season 3 of Titans, which is dope.
Yeah,
because
she could be a bat. Who knows?
She could be. I guess. Yeah. I mean, you can't compare comic chronology to the show.
Yeah.
But Dick only did just become Nightwing. She could reasonably still be Batgirl and then have it happen or something.
Yeah, though they haven't had any mention of her yet.
Although there's a part of me that's just she's more interesting as Oracle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that
it has nothing to do with the disability. It's just that's a more interesting function for her. Her being the information broker, the the nerve center of the hero world. I kind of dig that role for her. And
my only problem is, are they going to address how she would have become handicapped?
I mean, maybe just quick flashbacky things, right? But I mean, we don't see Dick training as Robin with Batman, really. We
you got a little bit, yeah.
But not a ton. It was quick flash of someone throwing a sidekick, and that's it. Because that's a pretty significant storyline to get her to become Oracle. It is, but it's not a Titans line. So we want these things to start coming back together, right? Because we were going off in crazy directions. We want them to start be more cohesive. So if she's in there, I sort of hope as Oracle, but because I think that's more interesting. But I also hope we don't just see Killing Joke.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, for many reasons, but also because it's not a Titan story.
Yeah. I get not most significantly. I think more significantly, I don't want to do it because it's not a good storyline. It's
significantly problematic.
Yes. Yeah. All right, next piece of news. Darkseid teased for Harley Quinn season 2.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Have you watched it all?
I'm most of the way through. I really like it.
I watched the first episode, and it was definitely not what I thought it was going to be.
It's very funny. It is like an adult, vulgar kind of version of what I like about Teen Titans Go, which is it will laugh at itself. Yeah. It takes no prisoners. It just fucks with DC, basically.
It's a very Adult Swim.
I sort of love it for that. Like I like that. Like the Lego Batman version and this version of Bane are just making fun of the yes, brother. Like that's just Bane's voice now. Like that's hilarious to me. I fucking love that. Mm-hmm. There's a great. Have you seen any of the Aquaman stuff?
No.
There's some great Aquaman stuff in there where he like shows up at the Legion of Doom, and Harley basically tricks him into breaking this aquarium, and he's like, oh no, and he's like picking up the fish. He's like, I'm so sorry. He's picking them up, and someone says put them in a swimming pool, and he's like, oh yeah, take ocean fish and put them in chlorinated water. That's a great fucking idea.
Okay, that's hilarious.
It's very funny. Kite Man, like kind of fresh off the Tom King run of Batman and like Ballad of the Kite Man that was in there, is really funny. I just really like the sense of humor. I like their take on Clayface, that he's this very like thespian sort of character. Like,
I love fucking what's a shark?
King Shark.
King Shark. Yeah, with what's his name's voice?
I'm not gonna think of his name, but.
So good.
I would love to see how they can rip on Darkseid. Teen Titans Go, famously, Darkseid was played by Weird Al Yankovic. And the reason that his voice was deep and scary was because he had a sore throat, and they give him a lozenge, and then he just sounds like Weird Al.
That's hilarious. Wow, that's really funny.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that show. I wonder what Darkseid will be like in that context.
Oh,
that show.
I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. That show, I think, is sort of slipped under people's radar.
Yeah,
but like, it's really funny.
It is. I hope that it gets a good showing for the season 2. But
I like how basically as the season goes on, the first season, Gordon loses his mind more and more. He just snaps from the stress of being Gotham's police. It's these things we joke about.
Yeah,
the show's just doing it. We're like, wouldn't that be the worst job ever? Be the police commissioner of Gotham, and then you just watch Gordon lose his fucking brain, like.
Just like people disappearing all the time and like all that fun stuff. Yeah. It's very good. Yeah. I love Commissioner Gordon on that show.
Yeah. They even have like, I think, my favorite take on Damian. That's a version of Damian I can get behind.
I don't think I've watched that part yet.
He's like competent but very much a child, and like Harley and he come up against each other, and she's trying not to be known as his arch enemy. She's like, it can't be a kid's arch enemy.
That's so funny. That's really good.
It's a great show.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Next piece of news, revealed the cover to the upcoming House of L novel.
Ooh, I haven't seen this.
Let me put it up for you.
This is one of those like YA.
Yeah, it looks
novels?
similar to that.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I dig on that. Nice. So we're in Krypton times.
Yeah, it's very sort of reminds me of the show Krypton even.
Yeah. I mean, there's a
lot of the aesthetics.
Yeah, like of the costumes and stuff. Yeah. Interesting. Nice. Wow, they put a bunch of these pages up, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
I dig it. Those are really cool. I don't know. Yeah, I love that these YA stuff are popping up all the time. I think it's nice and speaks to an audience that typically is not getting sort of comic books anymore. So.
Plus, it's just a different way to tell those stories too, right? I mean, like obviously they have their genesis as you know the weekly floppies. This is clearly not like a novel because it's got pages of it. It's a graphic novel still, but I dig on just any sort of new interpretations of things and stuff like that.
And the last piece of news is a bit of sad news. The death of a famous artist, Mort Drucker, passed away at 91.
Yeah,
who started his career with DC.
Doing like Mad, right?
Well, no, before Mad, he was with DC Comics.
Oh, right, yeah.
He did a lot of Sergeant Rock, a lot of the stuff, and then he did House of Mystery,
right.
But his sort of main things were
he's sort of famous as the caricaturist though for magazine,
absolutely. He's the one that like did all of their like because he did all those super detailed work. Like he's probably the best artist that ever worked for them, and he did 300 issues of Mad.
Yeah, he's pretty legendary. I mean, Mad is still under the DC umbrella anyway. Like he's sort of
pretty ubiquitous with
him, like a company man kind of thing. But
is Mad a DC property? I didn't realize. Yeah. Oh, okay. But he started with sort of doing the Sergeant Rock stuff. But yeah, made his bones in fucking.
Yeah, he was like 90 something?
91.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good run. It is, of course, very, very sad, but like what a career and like what an influence that he had. Yeah, that is sad.
Yeah,
this wasn't like it wasn't Corona.
No. I think I was listening to a podcast and something where his last words were just like, "I lived a good life."
Hey, listen, that's the dream.
Yeah. What's that like?
Mine will just be, "This'll show you." Those will be my last words.
Jesus. You talking to yourself?
Yeah. That's how I'll win an argument against myself.
Yeah, this'll show you.
This'll show you.
Oh yeah, you think you can accomplish things? This'll show you.
Good God.
No way to segue into this. Let's talk about this week's theme.
Yeah, this week we're talking about Robin. It's 80 years.
Breaking into people's houses.
Yeah, Robin.
Robbing them.
Hey.
We're talking about a sexy fox and a band of merry men.
Listen,
Robin.
There is a connection to Robin Hood.
Oh, really?
That was sort of like the inspiration for some of the design elements of the costume in that. Like,
oh, really?
Sort of like the way that it looks, not so much the colors necessarily, but
yeah.
I think it was because,
with the little like...
I think it's because Robin Hood was like a popular thing with kids, and they were like, we need something popular with kids. They're like, Robin Hood. Robin. Great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he had the little the lines in his neck that
I don't know what
like,
you call them.
Yeah, but they look like those old shirts.
Yeah, that you would have to lace.
Yes.
It kind of evokes that, yeah. So, and the little elf boots and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's been 80 years of Robin.
That's crazy.
A very major character. There's obviously been lots of characters who have been Robin. A lot of bat sidekicks. And we got a ton of questions about it. But yeah, I thought it would be fun to do Robin because it is like the sort of anniversary year. So I thought that would be kind of dope.
Talking about teens on our Patreon.
Oh no.
It's just constant teens.
Constantine, Quarantine, Teen Titans.
Go.
Bam, 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 bam.
All right, let's start getting into some of these questions.
Let's do it, yeah.
Let's go over to Facebook.
Go do the face and the book. Go do the Facebook.
First question comes from the one and only, the underwater man himself, Josh Gill.
Sexy Gill.
Oh, yeah.
Gill.
I'm gonna get you, Gill.
I mean, that's not even, we're like not even doing metaphor anymore.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my penis.
Jesus Christ. It just lost the veil. It's gone.
I liked the Helen Hunt comment joke I made the other day.
Oh no.
You can imagine what I said. Josh asks, which Robin, cough cough, Stephanie Brown, cough cough, should have gotten more time as Robin?
Right. So Stephanie Brown, I think, is an under mentioned.
I've never heard of
Robin. Most of her time in comics has been spent either as spoiler or for a bit as Batgirl, but she did have a run as Robin. So she's basically pre-Flashpoint. There was a point in time where Tim Drake's parents found out that he was Robin, and they said, "You can't do this."
Yeah,
and so he had to stop for a little bit. And Stephanie Brown is the daughter of a sort of D-list Batman villain called the Clue Master. And she had been the spoiler. And she called herself spoiler because she basically went out to spoil her father's crimes.
Spoil them?
Yeah.
Just to stop him.
To stop him, to ruin them.
Yeah.
So
you're going to get robbed. You spoiled it.
Well, kind of, because she basically, Clue Master used to have a Riddler thing where he had to leave clues. And then he got out of prison and he got over that.
Yeah.
And he went back to crime, and she was fed up with him going out doing crimes and not being a good dad.
Yeah.
So she started leaving clues for Batman and Robin to follow. So she kind of was spoiling his crime in the sense that we know the term now. She is currently spoiler in the current continuity, but she was Batgirl for a bit. But right in this middle zone, she had been spoiler. she had a romantic relationship with Tim. Tim stopped being Robin, and she goes to Batman and says, listen, I know you said that you didn't think I was cut out to be a hero, but I'm going to be Robin, and you're going to train me. And Batman goes, all right. And
no one's ever talked to me like that before. I like your guff.
Yeah. It's like, well, I thought I was the alpha.
Yeah.
So Batman does train her, does let her be Robin, but that quickly dissolves. He doesn't like how she is in the field. She is unpredictable. He doesn't trust her. And there's an arc called War Games where she is desperate to prove herself to him. And so she steals his long-term plans to eradicate organized crime in Gotham and doesn't realize that a key component of the plan is one of Bruce's alter egos that he uses to infiltrate the mob, Matches Malone. And so when she tries to implement this plan without Matches Malone, it results in like a citywide gang war.
Jesus.
And she gets like brutally like beaten and tortured, and she dies, quote unquote. Fakes her death, but we don't know that until much later. But
spoiler.
Yeah. Oh. So, but basically, Batman is like, yeah, you're not Robin anymore.
Wow.
She does end up becoming Batgirl after Cassandra Cain stops being Batgirl.
Yeah.
That's basically like around Final Crisis, like when Batman is presumed dead. But yeah, I mean, Stephanie Brown is interesting as a Robin because I do think it's interesting when there's a bit of friction there. Like come on. We're never going to get through this episode if every time I say a word, we go like, oh, Robin, friction. Although, you know, like I think the friction between Bruce and Dick is that Dick is actually, Jesus.
You did that to me.
I did. I know. The friction between Wayne and Grayson.
I mean, still,
yeah,
that's more sexy now.
Yeah, you show my Wayne.
As much dick as I want.
Jesus, the friction there, I think, is that it comes from Grayson. He doesn't like he doesn't want to be as brutal as Batman.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in that. He's more compassionate, I would argue, than Bruce. The friction with Jason is obviously that Jason is this like street tough who has a chip on his shoulder and like he's excessively violent and stuff like that. The friction with Tim is that he might be better at it than Bruce is.
Oh wow, really?
You know, like so there's something about that. You know, the friction with Damian is that he's this like coldly trained assassin. It's somehow Bruce is the lighthearted one of the two. Like, which
is hilarious.
That's you know, or Dick when it was Dick as Batman. Yeah. So I do like the idea of Stephanie Brown as Robin because she is not. She on paper looks like this is not going to work, and I mean technically it did not work.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, there's something kind of interesting about like the child of a villain being the second. That's sort of what's neat about Calderon, like Jackson Hyde as the second Aqualad, is that he's Black Manta's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down. I think at this point, she has made enough of a name for herself, either as Batgirl or as Spoiler, that it wouldn't feel right to make her Robin again. But at the time, it may have been cool to keep her as Robin for longer.
Is there anybody else that you think hasn't gotten enough time as Robin?
In terms of actual Robins, no. I think they've gotten a decent amount of time and have sort of made it. Stephanie is definitely like a footnote, right? Because they were like, well, we really need Tim back in this.
Yeah.
So she kind of gets shafted, but yeah.
Next question comes from We've Only Just Done. Who asks, what are the differences between each Robin's skill set?
Right. Well, let's just try to go mostly in order. So, Dick Grayson, let's start at the top. Everyone is a good fighter. Everyone has detective skills. Everyone has some degree of computer skills, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm saying
because
here...
he trains them to that.
Yeah, and so what I'm saying here is just where they have excelled or where they might exceed Bruce.
Yeah.
So, Dick, the athleticism.
Yeah.
he's more athletic than Batman, right? His history as an acrobat and stuff like that. So the fighting, the martial arts, Dick is amazing at that. I'd say also the leadership. Dick is the one that can really take on a role like leading a team, leading the Titans.
Yeah, Batman's not really a good leader. Yeah.
Even leading the league or something like that. Yeah. Like that's something that Dick excels at, is that being like the position of leadership and authority in the field. That's sort of the broader...
Yeah.
Like how do you, he could be like the coach on the day, right? It's one thing to have a plan before you go in, but Dick is kind of like a great field leader, you know? Jason is obviously firearms. He's probably got more experience with firearms than any other member of the Bat family. And obviously I guess you could say like, the violence element of the fighting. He's an effective fighter. He's not flashy the way Dick is, but he is. He's effective. He's brutal, precise.
I think that was my only problem with Jason was in the TV show was when they first introduced him. He made them his wildly effective fighter. But then by like the end of the season of the next season, he was kind of like not as effective. Like he was easily taken.
But I think that's also to set up how dangerous Deathstroke is. I think, but you're right. Yeah,
it does make him like a bit of like a.
And Jason is sidelined for most of the rest of that season. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, Jason as Robin wouldn't necessarily have the experience with firearms. I think you could also give him just that sort of like the street smarts thing. Like, how does Bruce find Jason? Is that he's like stealing the wheels off the Batmobile?
Yes.
So he's got that sort of, I think, locked down. Now, Tim is probably the best detective of all of them. Yeah. He's also the best with tech. He's probably the smartest computer user, and I'm not.
Clearly not,
computer guy.
Yeah, he's good with those screens on the keyboard.
Yeah. So between like the tech and the detective stuff, I mean, again, like I said, everyone's a good fighter, everyone's a good everything, but like that's really where Tim shines. Stephanie, I think you have to give Stephanie credit for just the tenacity, right? Like Jason is one where if Jason got fired from being Robin, he'd be like, fuck you, Bruce. Yeah. I'm going to do my own thing. But Stephanie basically got told by Bruce, you're never going to make it as a hero. And she just dressed up as Robin and came back to the cave and said, yes, I am.
And he's like,
he was like, all right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she also fucked up again. But again, that was because she was like, no, this guy will respect me.
Yeah.
I'm going to take his plan. I'm going to show him I can do his plan. Yeah. Like that. Now, she wasn't great at executing it because she was missing pieces and stuff like that. But just like the sheer tenacity of that. And I think that also comes from not wanting, from wanting to distance herself from her father.
Yeah, which makes sense.
From a villain, right? Prove her worth, prove her value to the team, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think you have to give her that. She's also very technologically savvy.
Oh, okay.
Damien, the fighting skills, obviously, is trained by the League of Assassins. I think I would also give Damien like the strategic mind, the like the tactical approach. Like what is the best, you know, safest or scariest, most theatrical way. Like I think he thinks like Bruce a bit that way in terms of like moving all the chess pieces, right? And Dick is good in the field, working on the fly, leading the team, saying we got to adapt the plan. But I think Bruce and Damien are great at making the plan.
Yeah.
Damien's leadership skills are a thing that come under fire a lot in that Teen Titans comic, because you know he's leading the Teen Titans, quote unquote, but not necessily
effectively, because he doesn't have the sort of human like emotional touch.
Yeah, exactly, right. That's Damien. Carrie Kelly, if we go over to the Dark Knight Returns, like the Frank Miller sort of universe of Batman, Carrie Kelly, the sort of the athleticism and things like that. I think she's probably like one of the most courageous ones, because she becomes Robin to Batman after the previous Robin has died, Batman's been gone for 10 years. Batman isn't like an old, violent old man, and she has no training. And she goes out and wants to fight the mutant gang and wants to, like, she becomes Robin with a lot less going for her than anyone else.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. She's very resourceful, I would say. Mm-hmm. Matt McGinnis is Robin Beyond.
Jeez.
He's Terry McGinnis's younger brother.
Yeah.
I think you have to give him credit that he learns most of his fighting from watching videos.
Really?
Of old Robin training sessions.
Wow.
I don't know what you would call that. I don't know if he has an actual, like, sort of like photographic memory or anything like that. But there's something like you managed to be good enough that Bruce lets you out in the field.
Yeah, considering like that's not a thing you should be able to do.
Yeah. Right. So that's kind of dope. I think those are Helena Wayne, Earth 2, where Batman and Catwoman have a child. Helena Wayne is Robin for a bit before she eventually becomes Huntress.
Oh, wow.
And then eventually becomes Batman if you follow the Earth 2 arc from the start of the New 52. So Helena, I think I would give her still like the acrobatics, like the sort of field stuff that like Dick is good at.
Yeah.
I think they do a lot of that sort of mapping on her character. She's also pretty... She's pretty much got the strategic mind too. She's somewhere between like a Dick and a Damien, I think, in terms of like what she's bringing to the table.
Never want to be stuck between a Dick and a Damien.
I never want to be stuck between a Dick and anything.
I mean, maybe there's sometimes. Let's leave Facebook and head on over to Twitter.
Twitter.
Now the question comes from our favorite spacey, sexy texter.
Cosmic DM.
That's right.
Oh, sliding right in.
Take a rocket ship to those DMs. Who asks, how many Robins is too many Robins? Also, is it fair to call any of Batman's sidekicks a Robin, even if they've never officially taken the title?
Right. So, I mean, before Stephanie became Robin, she was she was sort of like tangential to the Bat family.
Yeah.
Duke Thomas as the Signal, although we will talk about Duke. He was never officially a Robin, but he has Robin connections. But as the Signal, we could talk about Harper Row was Bluebird. There are like other members of the extended Batman family
Robin-ish
that are Robin-esque, Robin adjacent characters. I know what this question means, but no, I don't think you would call them Robins.
Yeah,
because part of the thing, at least with Duke, is Batman says, I'm trying something new. I don't want you to be Robin.
Yeah.
I want you to be something else. We don't necessarily fully see what that means. Duke still takes direction from Batman, but he's not really a sidekick, but we don't really see sidekicks, particularly in comics anymore either. So what the difference is a little vague, a little cloudy. But if we just take the comic at its word, Bruce is doing something different.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that means if they aren't a Robin, you have to assume in universe that means something.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think you could call them Robins if they aren't.
Especially if they're not orphans that get murdered.
How many is too many? Let's frame it this way. Let's imagine that sidekicking is a very acceptable, like, social thing, but you're like the sidekick agent. At what point do you look at a hero and you say, too many things have happened to your sidekicks. We're not issuing you another.
I mean, I feel like we're at that point. Like, it does feel like unless you're rebooting the timeline, like one too many, I think, at this point. I think,
let's just imagine that we understand the hazards of the job. You get one sidekick death. That one's on the house.
Yeah.
And if it happens more than once, then it becomes like
it's not them anymore. It's you. Like,
you're starting a pattern.
Like,
I think by the time you get to 3, no more sidekicks.
Like, you lose your mittens once and your mom puts a string between your jacket. Like, like at a certain point,
suitable metaphor.
Yeah, I think at a certain point, we start pointing fingers at Batman, and like, are you using these children as human shields?
Yeah.
What exactly is happening when in the Batcave? Like,
now, of course, there's no such person to keep Batman in line. Although, going back to the War Games thing I talked about with Stephanie Brown, she quote unquote dies. And what comes out is, I mean, eventually you find out it was all faked. But when you don't know that, you find out that Leslie Tompkins, very famous sort of side character in Batman, someone that he trusts, lets Stephanie die to show him a lesson, to teach him a lesson. She's like, no, I probably could have saved her, but you need to fucking learn to, like, which is like so insane. It gets retconned out later, but like that wasn't the intention, I think, at the time. And so they were like, no, like there's people connected to Batman that think this is wrong.
Yeah. I wonder if like the orphanage has like a little training studio that they like just like get certain kids ready.
Bruce Wayne only gives us money for gymnastic equipment.
Yeah.
For gymnastic equipment and like science, like lab kits.
It's a 2-for-1 Robin special, Bruce. Come by the orphanage. You can grab 2.
He never funds any actual like fostering initiatives. Yeah. He only seems to fund like, he says it's career oriented. I don't fully understand what that means.
Yeah, it's weird how anti-abortion he is. Seems like he's connecting some dots.
No. I mean, in the continuity of the Dr. DC podcast, Batman is a complete dirtbag.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But also, I think Alfred's like definitely suspect here. Like,
excuse me.
I'm just saying, a lot of these Robins are going, and I mean, maybe we're just hearing about some of them.
What are you hearing about? If you don't mind my asking, who is your source?
It was a spoiler.
Oh, was it? Stephanie, I've got a great idea for you to earn Master Bruce's respect.
There's an alley that you might be a little bit aware of.
Just need you to walk into the alley. No, don't wear your Kevlar. Just
no. This is it's a photo opportunity. Just a couple pop-ups.
You'll see a couple of flashes.
Yeah.
They just happen to be muzzle flashes.
Maybe you can wear some pearls. Alfred's got a thing now.
Jesus. I don't like the direction this is going at all. This is into very uncomfortable territory.
Just saying. Maybe there's some extra Robins that we don't know about that didn't get into the stories.
Before he even introduces them to Bruce, he is testing them.
Yeah.
He's like, I've just gone down to the orphanage. I've set up a little obstacle course. Yeah. Just be careful, because at the end, those knives are very sharp.
Oh, lost another one.
Well, they told me they were going to walk back here on their own.
Yeah.
What do you mean they never came back? Oh, this is so dark.
Robins are the sidekick form of jazz. It's about the Robins you don't hear.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm watching a lot of Supernatural. Let's move on.
All right.
What's that? What's that sound? Is that the dinner bell? Maybe is it time for bed?
Okay.
No, that's the scream of a donkey. It must be morning. That's right. The next question comes from Braydon.
I actually got suckered in. I was like, oh, fuck, he's messing with me. It's someone else. He's may come up with something stupid.
Gotcha.
Fuck.
Braydon asks. Braydon asks, does Golden Age Robin wear pants, or are they skin-colored leggings?
No, he does not wear pants.
Oh, that's safe.
They're not skin-colored leggings. So, I mean, we have to give, I think, significant...
Master Wayne likes to keep you taut.
We have to give some significant benefit of the doubt to the people that created Robin.
Sure.
And designed the costume. This is 1940.
Yeah.
And we just have to... or becomes completely unpalatable.
Yeah.
So some of the costume design elements, like I said up top, are sort of inspired by Robin Hood. This sort of like the idea of this sort of like jaunty. It's almost got like a Ren Fair kind of vibe.
The boots.
Yeah. But the other thing that they're riffing on is the acrobat.
Yes.
So because of that, the costume is meant to imply
that he's an acrobat.
That he's an acrobat. Imply the flexibility by not having pants.
Yes.
Or not having like legs to the pants.
You got no pants. You look pretty flexible.
Jesus. But you know what I mean? I think that's part of the visual language from when they created Robin. Mm-hmm. Now, when we see a lot of times now when we see even flashback stuff of Dick as Robin, they give him pants because they realize like this don't fly. But yeah, I mean, it's a problematic costume in terms of that. Like, how are you supposed to fight crime in the winter?
Yeah.
Or frankly, even on the shoulder seasons.
Mr. Batman, it's pretty cold out there. No, you're gonna keep no pants on.
I'll tell you when it's cold. You know what's cold? Watching your parents murdered in front of you by someone you could never catch.
I can't feel my legs.
Good. Oh no. Well, I can't feel my emotions.
I feel like you probably could. It seems like you're pretty emotional.
You're emotional.
Alfred, get another one.
Oh my God. What is with the buzzsaw thing? Oh, Jesus.
Take from it that what you will. You know what I love is in the Lego Batman movie with the Robin putting on that costume.
I was just going to say there are some fun takes on the original Robin costume. Yeah. That is one. Teen Titans Go, obviously. Take No Prisoners makes fun of that costume a bunch. When you see like flashbacks of Robin, he's like, oh, gee golly.
Yeah.
He's like... the 60s Robin is wearing tights.
Yeah.
He's not without leg covering. Yeah, Burt Ward is wearing like skin-colored tights, basically. But yeah. Which I think is weirder. It's like at that point, just wear pants. I mean, they're doing it to evoke the costume, but if you think of it like in universe, where Batman's like, no, skin-colored tights.
I want it to look like you're not wearing pants.
Like, fine, I get it. You need to fight crime in the winter, but can we just do this for me?
Yeah. I'm just get me 50% there.
I need this.
I'll do the rest.
Oh my God.
Next question.
I'm monitoring your vitals, Master Wayne. It seems you've got a semi. No, I got halfway through that. I just really disliked that. Yeah.
He's doing those acrobatics again. Full chub, sir.
How come Wayne R&D is investing so much in leggings?
Something about it, they're not thin enough. He can't feel it.
They need to be the thinnest material that's still bulletproof.
Yes. Because you just take them off and it doesn't feel as nice.
What is this log line here? Is it translucent Kevlar?
Why do leggings need to be ribbed? It's for my pleasure.
Let's go to the next question. Oh, God. This episode was a mistake.
Well, how did you not think this was coming?
Well, we got to talk about the character. He's got a big anniversary.
Yeah. Oh, I bet he does.
No.
It's a day he'll never forget.
A day he'll never remember. Oh, my God. No. Jesus Christ. That's too dark even for us.
I bail from it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Next question.
Ukrainian Popeye?
No.
I haven't seen you in so long.
No, this is not Ukrainian Popeye.
You look just like him. Are you from a neighboring country?
No, this is Putin cast.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Glorious leader.
Yes. We are in medical office and you've got problem with knee.
Why don't you put in recommendation for next question?
Yes, the next question. First, you've been complaining about your leg. Why don't you, Ryan, put knee here?
It's very good joke. Do not take lack of laughter as bad sign, glorious leader.
Yeah, just put knee there.
Yeah.
Just Ryan put knee there, and I will look.
Fuck. All right, Ryan put knee.
He asks.
God damn it.
Are they like just like taking you for a journey today?
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah, quarantine's having no effect on us.
No, I don't know what you mean. Putney. Also, get me those fries. With the gravy in the
crazy gravy cheese fries.
Yes.
You know, glorious leader, you could call it put in.
You take him away right now.
No,
you take him away right now.
No, it's good.
No.
Pun for glorious Mother Russia.
I don't even understand what he was talking about. Yeah, put him in.
What does Ryan ask?
Don't know much about the female Robins. Could you give us a rundown of who they are and their history? So we talked a bit about this.
Yeah, already. So we talked a bit about Stephanie Brown.
Yeah.
So like I said, she's the daughter of Clue Master, who is like a very, very low tier Batman villain. He's a low rent Riddler who is already in some estimations a lower rent villain.
Yeah, if it wasn't for his ability to be easy to put on film and TV, we would never have known who the Riddler was.
I think so. I mean, literally, if it wasn't for Frank Gorshin's Riddler, the character, we probably would relegate him to like this old guy.
Yeah.
The Frank Gorshin's Riddler is the only reason that character was saved in comics.
Yeah,
because he had just such a good take on it.
Yeah.
But, so Clue Master is a knockoff of that. His name is Arthur Brown. Obviously, he's in and out of prison, so that's sort of how Stephanie grows up. She becomes spoiler to ruin his day. And works alongside the Bat family. She is generally, I would say, respected by most of the members of the Bat family, but not Batman. Or if not respected, like they will work with her, even if they don't approve of her methods or they don't think she's careful enough or like any of those kind of things. You know, the things that would be on the tick boxes of like, that Bat family's not going to love that.
Yeah.
But they still work with her. I think Batman would prefer she not be out there at all. But he also recognizes that like he can't do much about it. He can not officially sanction her. He can like not loan her weapons or whatever, but she's still working with other people. She's going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's also not out to just put her in prison for trying to fight crime, right? Like, so there's that. Helena Wayne, like I said, so in the New 52, when we get introduced to Earth 2, which is meant to be a version of the old Golden Age Earth 2, or the like Silver Age Earth 2, which was the Golden Age comics. They were all meant to be younger, and the premise was actually kind of interesting, which was that on this world, at the same time that Darkseid was invading Prime Earth, he was invading Earth 2. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman of that Earth die. And then 5 years later, this new generation, a young Jay Garrick, a young Alan Scott, a new Dr. Fate, all of these characters start cropping up, and that was going to be sort of like the version of the Golden Age world. It goes in a crazy sideways direction from there, but Helena Wayne was the Robin there, and then obviously Kara Zor-El was Supergirl. They get transplanted to Prime Earth via portal accident.
Okay.
And so she becomes Huntress on Prime Earth, and Kara becomes Power Girl. And they eventually make it back to Earth 2. But essentially, Helena Wayne is the daughter of Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle. And there are pre-Flashpoint versions of Helena Wayne, who is also the Huntress. So this is a character that is not new. Yeah. She exists. I think you can reasonably see the influences of both characters on her.
Yeah.
She is probably less cool-headed than Batman. But she has all of his training and skills and mind. And that. But she's also got the sort of pragmatism and the make a tough decision sort of thing that Catwoman's got.
Yeah.
That Bruce doesn't necessarily have. So she's a very interesting character. Very cool. And like I said, eventually on Earth 2, after a bunch of things I can't spend time on because it's too crazy, she becomes Batman in that universe. She goes by Batman. She doesn't go by Batwoman or something like that because she thinks the mantle is important. So it's just Helena Wayne as Batman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. And
then Carrie Kelly is the one from the Dark Knight universe, the Frank Miller universe. So like I said, she's a kid. She's got these hippie parents that basically ignore her, so she's just free to sneak out and join Batman on his crusade.
Oh, wow.
She goes through a couple of like different iterations. She becomes Catgirl in The Dark Knight Strikes Again.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got because it's Frank Miller, like they've got a weird relationship. But I think at the end of Master Race, the third one, because we just fucking love Frank Miller.
Yeah.
At the end of the Master Race, I'm pretty sure she becomes, I don't know if she goes by Batwoman or something, but she basically becomes the Bat.
Wow.
So that's another one that inherits the full mantle of everything.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Also, there is no end to the Master Race. Oh,
no. Yikes.
Let's go to the next question. King of the Room, Steven Salazar.
Okay. Walk me through that.
Salazar. Sala is like, I think it's in Spanish, it's room.
Okay.
Salazar.
Oh, a czar.
Yeah.
That's not really a king, it's more of an emperor. Because czar it comes from the same root as Caesar. So it's really more of a
Ciao, ciao. That's it for this week.
Find us on Facebook.
No, you won't, because we're done.
Oh my God.
Did you fucking ever correct me in front of them again?
God, I hope you don't accidentally leave this in. You say that to me every week.
Next question. Emperor of the Room, Steven Salazar.
Nailed it. First time.
Hell yeah.
Great joke.
That's right. Battle Royale between the Robins. Who wins? Who goes down first? What does Alfred think of the mess that they've made?
Well, frankly, I think we do need to see who's going to come out on top.
Look, I've only made one costume.
I've already put in a call. I think Mr. Bruce has had enough, but I also don't think he's well suited to retirement. So someone's going to give him a little pop.
Yeah,
someone's got to take over.
Look, I got two costumes. One for Batman, another one for Robin.
Yeah, we're just piling up these Robins. I think it's about time we make room for Batman.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Mr. Bruce. It's been a fun journey.
Look, if you how many dead Robins just stack up until you can reach the mantle?
Oh no! Good Lord! All right, so Battle Royale. So let's just imagine if this is not a bracketed thing. They're all just fighting.
Yeah.
It's a brawl.
So who goes down first? Is it Dick?
No. I hate to say it because it's
Jason.
No, I was going to say I hate to say it because it has the whiff of sexism, but it's Stephanie.
Oh,
she's just she. I think there's enough comic evidence that she just can't compete.
Oh, because she's a broad.
No. Because she's incompetent. No.
Yeah, I said she's a bro.
Jesus God. So bad. No.
So
I think Stephanie is out first.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Stephanie Brown fans.
Okay.
Very sorry.
But you've still got two more women?
Right. Well, oh God. Can Stephanie outdo Carrie Kelly? That's the real question. Maybe.
Yeah.
If we're talking Carrie Kelly as Robin, so it's everyone as Robin. It's not like what they grow up to become, right?
It's how many Robins?
It's not Nightwing and Red Hood in this fight. It's them
between
as Robins.
the Robins.
So we've pulled them all from different eras in time.
Yeah.
That slightly evens things out a bit.
Okay.
I might give Stephanie Brown an edge over Carrie Kelly there.
Really?
I might.
Oh God! Does that mean that the both the women go down first?
Because Carrie Kelly as Robin, has zero training.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Essentially.
But does this mean that both women go down first? And are we also putting in Beyond?
No, I didn't say who's going. Yeah, I think Matt.
Well, because you already were going to say that Stephanie Brown was.
Yeah, right. I see what you're saying. See, Matt McGinnis is the sort of wild card here because I haven't 100% read that series, so I really don't 100% know how he's painted.
Yeah,
you're right. That's a wild card one. He could also go out early, but it's one of those more tangential ones.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is your main Robins are making it before, like making it further than the first couple of people going out.
Yeah.
I don't have any hot take about like Damian going out first or something like that.
No.
Who wins? Who do you think wins? Let's take everyone as Robin. Keep in mind, it's not Jason like just toting guns. it's everyone as Robin.
I feel like wins? Just based on like technical ability, knowledge, training, the ability to take out other Robins in a battle royale scenario, I feel like it's Damian.
Possibly. Damian's definitely a better fighter. Tim just has so many fucking gadgets, though.
I mean,
Tim is smarter than Damian is.
Yes, but I don't know if he's brutal enough to just like take all of them out, right?
I will say,
like Jason, I feel like
I don't think Dick wins.
No, I
don't think Jason wins.
I feel like Jason kills Dick.
Right. Oh, right, because it's a fight to the death.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I actually don't. Well, okay. Fight to the death is so hard because like that's so not their training.
I know. Well, that's what I mean.
Why can't it just be the knockout? See, if it's fight to the death, I think Dick goes out a lot earlier. Because Dick won't do it.
It depends. I mean, he capitalized Battle Royale, so it makes me think of like.
Does that only mean to the death? Okay. So this is like Thunderdome?
Yeah, well, I mean, that'd be my thought process. But I mean, okay, let's say it's not to the death then.
If it's not to the death, I think Dick beats Jason.
Okay.
I think I'm leaning towards Tim taking it all.
Really?
I think Helena beats Damian. I think she is the better biological bat child.
Wow.
I'm gonna go that far.
Wow. That kind of blows my mind.
Yeah, I think Helena beats Damian. I think Tim wins it all. And it maybe comes down to Tim and maybe Tim and Helena and Dick, I think, are in top 3. Mm-hmm. I think they're the ones that make it the furthest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Come at me. I'm relatively new to like the Tim Drake camp because I love Dick Grayson. That's like the Robin that I know. I just like his character and stuff too. I don't dislike him now, but I think I'm relatively new to the idea that Tim Drake is maybe the superior Robin. He's maybe the best Robin. I don't know that he's the best hero. I think Nightwing is better than he is, but if we're talking Robins, I think it's Tim.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Your analog. That's right. Next question comes from Dorkaholics.
Wow. Yeah. Your analog? Are you referencing like a Canadian Tire commercial from
It's not a Canadian Tire, I don't think. But
like, what time is it in your house, Billy? 12 o'clock? Yes. 12 o'clock?
Your analog.
Your analog. It's Radio Shack or
it was some
Canadian Tire or something.
Yeah.
Wow. That is so fucking inside.
I'm impressed you picked up on it.
That was like a favorite commercial in our house.
It was
huge.
Of course it was. Yeah. No surprise there. I loved that commercial though. Yeah, that was great.
Wow. I can't believe that just happened.
It was a great commercial.
Yeah. Wow.
Are you going to talk about the We Are Robin movement and Duke Thomas?
Right.
We talked a bit about Duke Thomas.
Talked a bit about Duke, and I did say we would talk about his sort of Robin connection.
Yes.
So in the New 52, we get to this arc called Endgame where the Joker is basically saying, I thought we could keep this thing going, but I'm just going to kill you all now.
Jeez.
And it ends, Endgame ends with the Joker and Batman fighting in this underground cavern, and the cavern collapses after they have this knockdown drag-out fight, and they die, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But the cavern is filled with this basically like, it's essentially like a version of a Lazarus pit sort of thing. Bruce comes back, but he has lost his memories. He does not know that he's Batman.
Oh, wow.
And so in the meantime, Jim Gordon becomes the GCPD sanctioned Batman.
That's so fucking
So
rad.
he has this cool robot
That's so
bat
rad.
suit that I actually really like.
Yeah.
I know some people don't like it, but I think it's kind of dope. And Damian is off on like a quest in the mountains. So there currently like is not a Robin.
Of course.
But in the absence of Batman, a bunch of like sort of like poorer or street kids basically say like, no, like we're going to take our city back.
Oh, wow.
and they sort of like use the they use like the iconography of Robin. Yeah, exactly. They basically become like a gang of Robins that start fighting crime, and they get these directions from this mysterious quote unquote nest that sort of like directs them or whatever.
Okay.
Just tied back to the Bat family. But essentially it's basically this like ragtag group of Robin becomes a movement in Gotham where it's like acts of civil disobedience as opposed to like full out like crime fighting. Although they do get there. And Duke becomes part of that because his parents get Jokerized during Endgame. And so Duke becomes part of that We Are Robin movement. Batman obviously feels horrible about Duke's parents because Joker does it to them in front of Batman. Joker is basically going to like recreate Batman's origin.
Wow.
He's going to like kill the parents and that.
Hey, what? That sounds like a great idea.
Trademark.
Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
Yeah.
You can go. I mean,
do you think you're a better tailor than me?
I mean, nothing, Master Wayne.
There's only room for one tailor in this town.
You just keep fighting the Joker, sir. You let old Alfie handle this. Alfred kills the Joker. He's like, only one person makes Batman around here.
It's fine when you were killing Robins, but nobody takes Batman.
I've stood by long enough to watch you take down my empire. I mean, your empire, Master Wayne.
Yeah, that's right. It's all you. Just you need a little push.
So Duke starts off as he joins this sort of movement of Robins. There becomes this like issue where it looks like a Robin sort of accidentally or whatever leads to the death of a cop. So then the city bans Robin. And then Damian comes back and is like, what the fuck is happening here? Yeah. And all this kind of shit. And eventually Batman just takes Duke in and says, I don't want you to be a Robin. I want you to be a partner. We're going to try something different. He gives him the now suit that he has, the yellow and black suit, and he becomes the Signal. Duke is a little bit different from every other Robin in that he's a metahuman. Duke has some powers.
Yeah.
So Duke's powers are all light-based. He has what I think is called, what's it called? Photokinesis. It's a version of photokinesis. He can't like generate and make light necessarily, but he can see, he can sort of manipulate light in that he can go into a room and sort of extrapolate where the light has bounced and sort of see ghosts of the previous like couple of minutes.
Oh.
So he can sort of like almost like that detective mode in Arkham Origins. He can almost like piece together what happened in there. He could do a little bit of that precognitively too, like almost see where the light will be.
Yeah.
So that helps him in combat. He has some other like light sort of powers basically. But not like full on like making light like Dr. Light or Halo or something like that. But so he's a little bit different from most other members of the Bat family in that he actually has some powers. But yeah, that's Duke. That's Duke Thomas. He's the Signal now. He's like Gotham's daytime protector, and he's a member of the Outsiders too.
Awesome. All right, let's leave Twitter and head on over to Instagram.
Now we're going to Instagram, take some questions and answer them.
Gonna answer them.
That was beautiful.
Well, you know, that's what I'm here for.
That's so soulful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That was beautiful, Jefferson.
My brother...
I brought to tears, Jefferson.
My brother, ironically named Robin, messaged me the other day and was saying that he was like, what would you rather, for an entire month, rather watch the Green Lantern movie every day or all of Black Lightning?
That's all of Black Lightning.
Yeah, I was like, Black Lightning. At least you get like variation. There's different episodes. I can
and it's the show isn't only James Remar.
Yeah. I could skip through the James Remar.
That is funny though. I mean, well documented hatred for James Remar's performance in that show.
Also, speaking of Robin, when we were kids, I learned this song in school that that was like unbeknownst to him, but I learned this song about robins.
Okay.
That I would walk around the house stomping and singing because it would make him really upset.
Right.
I feel like I maybe even have told the story on here before, but it's like the words are like robin in the rain, what a saucy fellow, showers always make him gay.
I mean that lands right in our era of growing up.
Oh yeah,
of being
not great nowadays.
No, it's horrible now. No. But like I know precisely where that genre of thing comes from.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a song that they taught us in grade school. But I found it hilarious, and so did all the other kids in school. And then he used to get really upset at me.
You're a good brother.
Yeah, he listens to this podcast, so he'll get to this at some point. Never forget.
Oh my god.
The next question comes from that's right, Caballero Frankenstein. Or should I? No, I should have said it's alive.
There you go.
Now, you're all.
Or you could say it's alive and then celebratory.
Well, no, I was celebrating and then saying it. Like, it's alive!
Yeah, gotcha.
You do a few more shots after that, but technically it's Caballero Frankenstein, so I wanted to do the Caballero.
Technically it's Caballero, not Caballero.
Well, I apologize. It's Caballero.
There we go.
Yeah, for the people who can't see what I'm doing, I was doing some hand movements as well.
Yeah.
It's really selling it.
Yeah, but we can't tell you what they were because it's deeply inappropriate. Yeah.
So Caballero Frankenstein asks, I feel like I should know this, but how do all the Robins feel about each other? How did Dick Grayson feel about Jason Todd's death, seeing how Jason was his immediate successor?
Right. I mean, I think Dick wants to be friends and likes Jason. You know, I mean, obviously at this point, most of them have gotten over most of their shit. But if we're taking like when they had issues, I think Jason always had a chip on his shoulder of being the
second.
You know, be like, I got to prove it to. I think that's something that the Titans show does very well. Is showing Jason as like, it's not that he doesn't respect Dick or like Dick, but he's also like, this is my fucking turf. Now. Like, you're out.
I'm the Robin.
I'm in. Yeah. There's a little bit of that.
Like you blew this, and I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, and obviously in the immediate aftermath of Jason coming back to life, you know, that is a very contentious thing because that Jason is also basically like a villain.
Yeah.
You know, that battle for the cowl thing, you see a lot of that sort of like what Jason thinks of people, you see a lot of that come out.
Yeah.
But now, you know, they get along fine. I think you would think of Dick as like the golden boy, right?
Yeah.
And Dick is just like, Jason, you're one of us. And he's like, I'm not really though. Like, we already talked about Tim and Steph are romantically linked. They have had an on again, off again thing many times in the comics. Damian really respects Dick. He probably has the best relationship with Dick of any of the Robins because when Batman was dead, Dick became Batman and Damian was his Robin. They actually were the team. So they've got a good relationship. Damian, I would say, undoubtedly respects Tim. I think he probably doesn't like Jason. I can see Jason and Damian. I think there's enough comic evidence that Jason and Damian do not get along.
Yeah.
Because they're almost both occupying the like violent anti-Batman territory. And Damian always, there's a little bit of a thing of like, but I'm the son. Like, yeah, fine. Like you're his sons, but like, I'm the son.
Yeah.
Like this. Because Damian, you know, he's just hard to get along with.
Yeah.
Right. But I think the thinnest amount of professional or personal respect or courtesy is between Jason and Damian. Yeah. That's the apex of the tension in the Bat family, I would say. Tim and Jason, I think, are cool. They're fine.
Yeah.
Stephanie and Damian, I think, have limited interaction. She would have been Batgirl by the time Damian was around, I think.
Oh, okay.
At least pre-Flashpoint. Steph and I mean, I don't think anyone really doesn't get along with Dick, especially.
He's a leader.
Yeah. And then Matt McGinnis doesn't know any of them because
from
or he
far in the future.
Or he barely knows them, or they're old.
Yeah.
Because he's in the future. Helena Wayne barely knows any of them because she was keeping a low profile when on Prime Earth.
Yeah.
Carrie Kelly is not from their Earth.
So, never met them.
That's basically it then, yeah.
Nice. All right, next question comes from C. Robin Bear, who asks, which Robin would have the best chance against Batman?
What an unfortunate handle to have for this episode. C. Robin Bear?
I try every
That
day.
sounds like one of those pop-up ads.
You wouldn't believe Robin Bear.
You will last 5 minutes when you see Robin Bear.
Can you bear to see Robin Bear? Oh, I can't.
Only those legs.
Yeah. Ooh, let me see them gams.
Jesus Christ. I completely forgot what the question was.
Who would have the best chance against him?
Against Batman.
Yeah.
Right. So instead of the Robin battle
against
royale,
each other, yeah.
Who could beat Batman? What do you think?
I mean, who you were saying that I mean, in a fight, maybe not. Like as a Batman, maybe Tim would be better, right?
You mean better as Batman?
Yeah.
Right, but that's not what this question is.
No.
It's saying like who could actually fight Batman and win?
Who could fight Batman and win? So, well, it's not Dick or Jason because they're just trained up to be him, and as Robins, I don't think that like he's old enough to like be weaker than
right.
them.
If we go by the rules that we used for the battle royale, if we take them as Robin, not as them as Nightwing or Red Hood.
They haven't. I don't think they've not gotten to the point or the age or the experience to have surpassed them.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Dick as Nightwing can beat Batman.
Yes, but that's
you're right. You're right. We should keep them as Robins.
Robins.
Yeah. Right.
As I think with Tim, there's the technology, right? So
and Tim has like Bruce's mind.
Yeah, which is I think that because that's the way that Batman ultimately beats people even who are stronger than him or better fighters is his mind. So you need to be able to surpass him. And I think that Tim has a pretty good chance.
Well, exactly. Because Damien's got the fighting skills, but he's also too impulsive, too impetuous, too arrogant. I think I'm with you there. I think it's also Tim. We've got Tim beating all the Robins and beating Batman. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you could beat Batman, you should be
able to beat the Robins. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, next question comes from Ben Forrest Stewart. Ben Forrest Stewart. Just feels like a very proper name.
It does, yeah.
Benjamin Forrest Stewart.
Yeah. I don't have anything to go with that, but yeah.
Who asks, what are your thoughts on how DC has handled Tim Drake ever since Damian took the mantle from him? On a side note, how do we get rid of Damian for good? Whoa, hot take.
I believe this is where I come in.
Yeah, it's quite easy. You see that little switch right there? Just flick that.
That activates the that activates the kill switch I plant in every Robin.
Yeah. They used my technology also for the Suicide Squad.
Oh my god! I actually loaned it to Amanda Waller.
Yeah,
I believe I suspect slightly that she may have infringed upon my patent.
Yeah. It's quite easy. Just a little switch and out the lights.
Bruce finds out about the Suicide Squad and he's like, the bombs they use, the patent goes to P-Worth Technologies.
just flick a switch and the light goes out. It's quite a Dark Knight.
Waller's just like, Alfred, how much do you want for these? He goes, well, when you know what a penny's worth. That's callback to exclusive content, baby. You got Patreon.
You gotta pay for that.
Right. So, how do I feel about how they've...
How do I feel?
That's a song I never think about. That's amazing.
I want to know.
I think some people that are like Tim Drake purists probably really dislike, in general, that DC almost doesn't know what to do with him right now.
Yeah.
Sort of barely in anything. They killed him off a bit. Well, quote unquote, killed him off. He was captured by Mr. Oz during Rebirth.
Yeah.
I don't know that the reception to the New 52 Teen Titans, where he was Red Robin, was especially great, but I kind of liked him being Red Robin. I mean, Tim right now is in a relatively good place because he's on Young Justice, you know, with Con-El, Superboy, and Impulse. He's sort of back with his people, Cassie Sandsmark as Wonder Girl. And I think that I would hope people are happy about that. I know some people don't like his new code name. Now he goes by Drake. And he wears a sort of brown and yellow costume. A drake is a duck, so he's sort of like duck themed instead of Robin themed, but it's also his name.
Hangs out in the T-Dot, 616.
Yeah, that's right. You used to call me on my crime alert. Midnight when I use my bow staff.
I'll give you that. That was good. Well done.
I know when that symbol on. Gotham's got some crime going on.
Treat me like I am Wayne.
Oh, God. So I know some people think that that's kind of lame, that his code name is also his last name, which is not great.
It's not really great for like a secret identity.
Yeah, I mean,
wonder who the Dark Wayne is.
I kind of liked Red Robin. I understand the maybe wanting to, Nightwing gets to be his own thing. Red Hood gets to be his own thing. Red Robin is still like you got a foot in the door kind of thing. Like, but listen, if things don't work with Damian, just hire me.
Also, you got those great chain
I'm going to try and freelance, but I really need something in case this doesn't work out.
Yeah. I mean, it's very easy to just remove Red.
Yeah. Just file off the red from the uniform.
Just use bleach.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Bleach gets rid of so much.
So, I mean, I'm not one of those Tim Drake purists, though. I didn't have a special problem during Rebirth of him being abducted, because obviously, that.
Ooh, that's how he became Robin. I thought.
No. I didn't dislike they had an arc where a future Tim Drake who was Batman came back in time to basically and he would kill and stuff like he had. What they were leaning on though in that arc was that Tim is so smart that he saw all of he thought he saw all the links in the chain. It's like that bit in DS9 where Bashir is like, we can't win the war. And
I've talked so much Star Trek today.
I know. I've been doing a lot of Star Trek.
Well, it's because also Kyle's watching Voyager. He's up to the end of season 6. So.
Oh, yeah. But you know what I mean? It's that sort of thing where Tim is so smart, he thinks he has seen all the moves on the chessboard. Yeah. And obviously he hasn't. So that's not a hopeful way to be a superhero. But I didn't even hate that. I know some Tim people would be like, he would never do that. But I thought it was interesting. I thought it was good. I didn't have a problem. I haven't had a problem really with how Tim has been portrayed, other than really that New 52 Teen Titans is the low point. Other than that, it's fine. And I like that he's on Young Justice now. That feels right. He's back with his crew, his generation of hero, and that feels right. But other than that, I haven't had a problem with it.
No, for sure. Next question comes from Earl Kababat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For you guys, who is the best Robin and why? Wow, just a straight up, who's the best?
Well, again, the caveat here is Robin. I think Tim's the best Robin. I think Dick ends up being the best. I think Dick is the best character.
Yeah.
I like Dick better than I like Tim.
Yeah.
I like reading stories about Grayson better than I like reading stories about Tim Drake. But
as a concept.
But as a Robin, it's Tim. We've talked about it on the show before, too. Like, how he becomes Robin is Jason is dead. He sees Batman getting darker and more violent. Yeah. He's like, no. I understand. He needs a Robin. I understand the role of Robin, and this city needs it. And he, on his own, as a kid, figures out who Batman is, breaks into the Batcave, and says, "You need me. I'm your Robin." And Batman goes, "All right."
Yeah.
Like, he is the.
Turn it off. But he came in and he's a child and nope. This one gets to stay.
So I must await his muscle memory.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like if you're going to pick like the epitome of what a Robin is, it's him. Robin is there to save Batman from himself, basically. Yeah. That was never the intention when Dick started out, right? It was to give him a way to deal with the death of his parents the way I handled it fine.
Yeah. If anybody knows about closure with parents, it's me.
It's me. Martha.
Why does he care so much about Superman's mom?
Dick is like, oh, I'm gonna.
Superman's mom has got it going on.
Oh.
I know. There's so much I know.
Oh man, rest in peace.
I know. For all the Marthas. And
I think
also the Fountain
I think it's got to be Tim. I will say another great Robin is that Helena Wayne one. I'm going to keep coming back to that. We don't see a ton of her necessarily as Robin, but when you see what she becomes as a hero or as Huntress, she's also solid. I think you could argue by Tim Drake rules, Carrie Kelly deserves a lot of respect and esteem because I think she also recognizes the role of Robin in that Frank Miller universe and in that universe's own perverse, weird way. She's a good Robin. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Kick down the door. Get yourself a drink because the next question's coming from Jack Stonewall.
Jack Stonewall.
You think you're going forward? Hell no, because you're going to hit a Jack Stonewall.
Turn this helicopter around. We're going to Washington. I'm Jack Stonewall.
I'm aroused by brick structures. That's right. I'm going to jack on this Stonewall.
Yeah, man. The third movie of that franchise got weird.
In 24 hours, I'm going to jack on this Stonewall.
You see him at Great Walls of History jacking off. Great Wall of China, the piece of the Berlin Wall that's left.
I'm going to jack on every stone.
Hadrian's Wall.
The Wailing Wall.
The Wailing Wall. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I really wailed on that wall.
Oh no. I wailed myself by that wall.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's upsetting. Look, the walls of Moria.
Is that ectoplasm?
Oh God.
Jack Stonewall asks whatever he wants.
Please ask.
I always feel bad for Jason and Tim. I think they got the short end of the stick. Can we hear a little about Red Hood and the Outlaws?
Right. I mean, I disagree that Tim gets the short end of the stick. Tim has a long run as Robin. From the early 90s, basically, he's still Red Robin and still Robin affiliated all the way through.
Yeah.
Tim is like white people like Wally or white people like Kyle Rayner, right? Tim is a generation's Robin.
Yeah.
Because he was actually there for a bit. Jason was in there for a few years, and then they were like, "No, let's kill the kid." Jason. So let's talk about Jason a little bit. So we know he dies in Death in the Family. He comes back decades later and becomes the Red Hood, which is a nod to the Joker's persona. Before he was the Joker, he was the Red Hood.
I caught my dick in a zipper the other day, and I got a Red Hood.
Jesus Christ, that's so fucking gruesome. So he does that as a fuck you to the Joker. Yeah. Basically, take his old name. Red Hood, once he is not a villain anymore, once he's sort of back in the Bat family, he operates on sort of Green Hornet rules, which is that he pretends to be a bad guy. So Red Hood and the Outlaws look like they are criminals, but they're really working to disrupt criminals, but they use that as their cover.
Yeah.
So that he's like Batman's, I mean, he works on his own, but he can be Batman's guy on the inside a little bit. So Red Hood and the Outlaws, the New 52 lineup of that was Red Hood, Arsenal, Roy Harper, the first Speedy, and Starfire. And that series is famously, I mean, even for Starfire, they hypersexualized her.
Yeah.
Even for a character who is known to be hypersexualized, they were like, I think we could do a bit more. I don't know that I love that series. Well, I mean, I know I don't love it, but I don't know that it brings too much to the table other than this sort of kind of roguish concept. The idea of this sort of small team is good. The Rebirth Red Hood and the Outlaws, I like. It's they literally use the phrase Dark Trinity. It's Bizarro, Red Hood, and Artemis, who is an Amazon from a different Amazon culture, like not from Themyscira. She's one of the Bana Migdal, which are they're like in the Middle East.
Oh.
And so the three of them basically are, this like trinity of like sort of anti-hero versions of the Trinity, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. And that series is awesome. It's really, really cool. And they've got really cool, like great character dynamics in that. I love Red Hood and the Outlaws. At least I've read the first few volumes of that in the Rebirth era. That's a cool lineup. You know, they are out to do good, stop people from doing ill, but they are not like highly regarded heroes or like if publicly people probably see them as villains. But I think that's a cool concept. I like that. I don't think the New 52 one did a good job of it at all, other than the fact that it inspired a better version in Rebirth.
Yeah.
Because that was not like a thing pre-Flashpoint. So that's the only sort of credit I can really give it. But
I heard that it's a really good story.
It's great. Like I love, like Jason has this very sort of like a big brother kind of relationship with Bizarro. Like Bizarro needs me to look out for him.
Oh,
he really cares about him. Yeah. You know, he's got the hots for Artemis. She doesn't reciprocate, but she kind of does. Like, I don't know. It's not groundbreaking.
No.
It is not like reinventing anything. It's not seminal.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like I think we have to give some props to things that are good.
Yeah.
As opposed to exceptional, right? And I think that's what this Red Hood and the Outlaws series is. Right?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's leave Instagram and head on over to Reddit,
where everyone's nice and no one's ever mean.
You know what? Everyone is nice on Reddit. I've changed my tune.
Our doughboys.
Oh my god! Whoever posted our April Fool's episode on Reddit, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, when you sent me the link that it was posted there, I was like, do I want to click on this? I didn't want to go through the comments. And then I did. And
I hate myself enough. Yeah.
Comments were so nice.
I know.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That was really nice. So thank you, whoever you are that posted that over there. That was awesome. Yeah. Thank you for the big ups.
And you know what? You guys want to post some more stuff of ours on Reddit? We would absolutely appreciate that, because we can't do it because it always gets taken down when you do it for yourself. So
yeah, exactly.
And also we've got more tact than that.
I don't.
No, I've tried. It always gets taken down. But if you guys want to do it, that'd be great. We could definitely appreciate getting that kind of attention. But I digress. Moving on. It's the other Doctor. Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
Who knew? Who asks, because I know what podcast I'm listening to, rank the Robins from most to least attractive.
I think we have to suspend the previous Robin rule.
Why? Because they're all children at the time?
Yeah, they can't be Robin. It's like, what did they grow into as adults?
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a comment. I'm sure eventually Stephanie Brown is an adult, but I'm going to disqualify her from this because I'm not 100% sure she ever makes it past 18 in comic continuity. So no Stephanie Brown.
She's only
Carrie Kelly. Carrie Kelly does grow up. Helena Wayne does grow up.
Okay.
Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake all grow up.
What about Robin the Toy Wonder?
Oh no. No.
Come on, there was a cybernetic sidekick of the 853rd.
Right, yeah, he's from the
century.
JLA 1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes me uncomfortable, though. That's like getting into weird Astro Boy territory.
I was going to say, I'm like, it's Batman's dream.
Yeah. Damien, also disqualified. Never an adult. Matt McGinnis, disqualified. Never an adult. So, as adults, when they grow up, most attractive. It's got to be Thick Grayson, right?
I mean, yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be. I mean,
it's a tie for me between Thick Grayson and Helena Wayne.
I was gonna say, well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I was gonna say
she's got that like raven black hair.
I know. I was gonna say Carrie Kelly.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the dork type.
Sure. Yeah. Right. Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, Jason's the bad boy, obviously.
Yeah.
He's your AJ. If you're making a Backstreet Boys.
AJ's the ugliest one, though.
Of the Backstreet Boys?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Howie. Universally considered to be the worst Backstreet Boy.
Second worst.
Listen, any of you out there, if you're also Backstreet Boys fans, I need you to light Richard the fuck up on Twitter because this is outrageous. I'm going to be more upset about this Backstreet Boys heresy than anything DC.
Especially when you look at what he ends up looking like, too.
He looks dope. He's sexy as hell.
He's so chubs. And
AJ McClain.
He's so short.
You're thinking of fucking Joey Fat One from
No,
NSYNC.
I'm not. I'm thinking of fucking AJ.
Yeah, he looks great. Look at him.
No, he's
got the voice of an angel.
He's short.
An angel that smokes.
Yeah, exactly. What he smokes. He's like the dirtbag of them all.
It's fucking sexy.
No.
I feel like we're saying the same thing.
God. No.
Yeah, I think for me it's between Helena Wayne and Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I think for me, yeah, it's good. And then who's at the bottom? Damien
is disqualified. We never see him as an adult. Well, I guess we see a couple of future versions of Damien where he's like a tyrannical murder Batman.
Yeah.
So maybe not. I don't know. I don't think I'm into that. He also wears an ugly trench coat. I don't like it. I don't like the trench coat.
I think he's at the bottom. I think I've never seen an attractive.
Oh no.
Tim Drake is what? Second from the bottom?
If we assume that an adult Tim Drake has ever gotten he's gotten maybe to 20, maybe before continuity resets and stuff. I think he's
maybe Stephanie Brown above that.
I think he's fine, but he's not fine, right?
No,
like how are you going to
fine? Stephanie Brown's just slightly above that.
Yeah. I think that's about as comfortable as I am with this question.
Now let's do it when they were Robin.
No.
I feel like I can really dig into this one.
Jesus. Who am I, Bruce Wayne?
All right, let's go to the next question. Comes from Mad Seb 77, who just says, Dick, Jason, Tim, Stephanie, Damien, Duke, even Carrie Kelly. Who was the better trained sidekick and could truly take the mantle of Batman? Who could become Batman the best? Is it Tim again? I feel like we're coming to a consensus at the end of this.
I think it is, although I will say I prefer Dick's Batman. I think I liked him as Batman.
At least you don't prefer Batman's Dick.
No. No, that's a... No, never mind. Everything I was about to say was
suspect,
unsuitable.
Yeah.
I prefer Dick Grayson as Batman, I think, because I like a Batman can have some fun. I mean,
Bats just wanna have fun.
That's a silly thing to say because Bruce can too, and there's lots of comic evidence to support that.
I'm blue.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm blue.
Jazz Batman. That's right.
It's no more fun than that.
Ain't these tears in my eyes telling you? Tim, I think objectively, skill set wise, is the best to take up the mantle because he has the best sort of mapping of skill sets to Bruce's. He could basically do everything Bruce can do, but better.
Yeah.
Dick doesn't necessarily have all of Bruce's skill sets, but I think I like him better as Batman. I think he's a better version of a leader. He's more hopeful. He's more
human, I think.
And I think that's someone you actually want to rally behind instead of someone that you frequently distrust. You know what I mean?
The fucking Harry Potter thing where he's not the best wizard, but he's got the most heart.
Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah.
He's earned it, I think, the most, I think.
Yeah, I mean, again, going to bring her up because she doesn't get enough love. Helena Wayne, great Batman. Yeah. Trained, by him and genetically, inherits whatever that crazy drive is that he's got. Yeah. I still think,
but it's too similar to him.
I still think I'd prefer Dick as Batman.
Yeah,
just a little bit different. It's like seeing the evolution, right?
Yeah.
That Bruce was the best Batman he could be, but Dick, I think, even though Tim is quote unquote the best Robin or whatever, Dick is the success story.
Yeah,
he's Bruce actually helping someone.
Yeah,
and someone who does not have that grief shit. You know what I mean? Dick's parents died horribly in front of him, and he's over it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
he doesn't. he wouldn't fight like another hero and go, "What's your mother's name?" They go, "Mary," and he'd go, "Why did you say that name?"
Yeah,
like
no.
that wouldn't happen. Dick is over it. Dick is Batman's ultimate success story. So I think it feels right for him to become the next Batman, because that is how you show that it's a symbol and that it can grow and that it's not just mired in tragedy and the grim and stuff like that. I think that makes the most sense.
All right, the last question comes from Dr. Flug 87.
Oh, another doctor.
Oh, Dr. Flug.
There can only be one. It's the Highlander.
Oh, I know.
I'm Spanish in this for some reason.
Yeah. So, can't you tell by my accent?
I don't know. Was that Pavel Chekhov?
I don't know where that came from.
Laying in Korskept. That was what that was.
How do I get to lock the door if you're coming in? There it is. Have you ever? That's Finding Forrester. No.
Yeah, weird Sean Connery reference.
That's my way in.
You've got James Bond. You've got all these things, but you go to Finding Forrester. Lock the door if you're coming in.
Yeah.
You don't even go to Indiana Jones. Like Indy.
No. No. Mrs. Moneypenny. No, it's got to be lock the door if you're coming
Indiana.
in. Yeah. Dr. Jones.
Wow.
Dr. Flug asks, which version of Robin has the best detective skills to figure out Alfred killed Bruce's parents?
Oh shit! Oh shit! I mean, it's definitely Tim. Tim's the best.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tim's the best detective. Even Ra's al Ghul calls him detective, which is a title he basically only reserves for Bruce, but he uses it for Tim too. If anyone's going to find out Alfred's shit, it's Tim. But if we go by the
nobody's going to find out nothing.
But if we go by the rules sort of established in continuity of Tim's seeing all the pieces on the chessboard, perhaps he comes to the conclusion that it's necessary and he lets Alfred go.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he lets him get away with it. So who is the next best detective that wouldn't let Alfred get away with it?
Dick,
probably.
Yeah. I think Jason would accidentally find out, and
if Jason found out about it,
he'd just be taken out.
That's a bloodbath.
Yeah, that's
every Pennyworth still living dies if Jason finds out.
He's gonna get every penny's worth. Gonna give him the whole $1.
Oh no.
Gonna give him $1.
Oh no, don't like that.
Gonna buck him to death.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was the worst rodeo I've ever seen.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, I think the answer is Tim or Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You know what that means. It's time for Dial Doc.
Oh, my God. I'm ready.
Well, you want to explain Dial Doc first?
Sure. Yes. I'm really not ready. So Dial Doc, it's based on Dial H for hero. You get the magic H dial, you type in hero or villain, you become a never-before-seen hero or villain with a wacky name, crazy powers. Every week, we come up with new Dial Docs.
Absolutely. Before we give our own, we have one submitted from one of you residents.
Ooh.
You got that Batmobile.
Yeah.
And you really want it to like go a little bit faster.
Sure, always.
Well, I got a solution for you.
Okay.
I'm going to put it in a block of ice.
The Iceman Customs.
That's right. The Iceman Customs.
Fuck me.
Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while. Iceman Customs writes, Dial Doc entry for this week is a villain called Robin's Just This Guy. He has a congenital disability of not having a face.
Oh my God.
When the gene bomb exploded, he developed the power of copying the facial features of another person, but only if he kills them and ingests a piece of
oh my God.
Currently still at large.
Jesus.
Robin's Just This Guy's last known location was in the Yukon, Canada. Oh no.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Oh no.
Holy shit. I mean, I love that. It's also a little bit disheartening that everyone else's ideas are so much better.
I know.
That's incredible. Robin's just this guy. He has to kill the person and eat a piece of them. And then he gets their face.
What's funny is doing that long enough you would lose all of humanity, I'm guessing.
I mean, how would you know who you were?
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I also think it's funny. You don't have to, like, consume all of them. You just have to, like, dabble in cannibalism. Just a smidge. Just a nibble.
I still got to kill them. But...
Well, yeah. I mean, killing them's fine. But find, like, a...
Yeah. What part would you eat?
If you don't eat enough, do you only get part of their face?
What part would you eat?
Oh, I guess something meaty that you could just cook like normal meat, like a thigh or something like
a
that.
Butt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cook,
Yeah.
I think we should cut this out of the episode. There's a lot of sirens outside.
If you're going to eat somebody, what would the dish you'd make is?
Oh, God. Korma.
Hell yeah.
People korma.
Yeah. A people kora.
Oh, you mean like a pakora?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I meant like korma.
I know you did, but I'm saying a people kora.
Okay, you do that. Yeah. I was trying to think of a pun.
From butter chick Ken.
Oh, Ken. Right. Well, God, that's a super dark dial dog, and I've been so distracted I haven't thought of one of them.
Okay, well,
do you have one?
Yes.
Okay.
My dial dog's character name is Spirit Seeker.
Ooh, that's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's probably best if you don't describe it.
They have the ability to summon any spirit within the surrounding area of about like maybe a block.
Right.
And anytime they're in need, it can pull their resources and like actually have the spirits work with him. Right. I mean, it could just be like a housewife. I mean, it could be like some like Joe Schlub, but it also could be like a civil war like that. It could be like some sort of like assassin, maybe. I mean, it could be anybody, but basically can like pull resources from all these people and get them to help do whatever he needs.
Sure. Okay, I like that. That's a common theme for a lot of our dialed docs is like the
get other people to help you,
like tapping into a wider web of things. Yeah. So mine is called Dr. Crumple.
Dr. Crumple.
Dr. Crumple.
Dr. Crumple is here for you.
Dr. Crumple basically has the ability to withstand any impact, invoking the physics of how a car crumples in a car crash. So if you punch Dr. Crumple...
Not crash test dummy?
No, if you punch Dr. Crumple, he like bends in. He just constantly will like crumple and like malform, but then can keep going. So eventually he actually gets smaller and smaller as you do it because he keeps crumpling. So every time he gets hit, he like shrinks because he's crumpling. Wow. So if you can hit him a bunch, but then he's gonna be hard to hit, and he'll be like the atom. He'll be like small.
Wow.
So that's Dr. Crumple, and basically he doesn't feel pain. He only just crumples and shrinks as he is hit.
He's a fucking beta cock.
Jesus,
I didn't realize you were a superhero. It's like a wet paper bag.
Fuck you. I'm a dry paper bag and you know it.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, you haven't made anything wet in your life.
Damn. God damn.
Oh, gotta save it for the next roast. We would love to hear what type of characters you can come up with. Residents.
Yeah, I mean, if we're still alive, if Robin's just this guy killed and eaten us and taken our faces.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, it really hits his loss.
What happens if he kills two people, mixes the meat, eats it at once? Is it like when they do those
two-face?
Do you get one half, or is it like a composite photo? Like when you cross dissolve the faces over the
like when they used, like when Conan used to do like the children of celebrities.
Yeah. Is it like that?
That's really
funny. I need answers.
Yeah. Tell us.
I'm a little bit thinking of like what would happen if
we were put into
simultaneously killed, meats mixed together and eaten.
Keep my head of hair.
Oh God, please. Please.
Yeah. And your
ability to eat anything.
Yeah, there it is.
Forever. My general lack of health issues.
Yeah. See, you got something.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing great.
Yeah, everything's all right.
The sun'll come out tomorrow.
All you have to do is use the hashtag DialDoc and send us your idea for maybe a hero or a villain. Who knows?
That's right.
Maybe it's a hero who lives long enough to become the villain.
Listen, we got a lot of examples of that.
That's right. All you have to do is reach out to us on our various social media platforms. And you can also send us a question for next week.
Well, next week, I think we already got questions because we were going to do this one and then scheduling changed.
Okay.
Next week, we are revisiting the works of Grant Morrison.
Hopefully.
We're doing a second Morrison episode, which is very, very cool.
Hopefully it works out.
Yeah, that's right.
Supposedly we're doing a Morrison episode.
Yeah, it'll work out.
Yeah.
It'll work out.
Yeah, everything's going to be work out. Everything's going to be just fine.
That's at the door.
But the week after that, do we have an episode yet?
We do. So the theme that's been decided on by the Golden Age subscribers is basically like
fucking boomers.
Anything to do with fire. Pyrokinetics, pyromaniacs.
Fire.
Anything fire related, fire obsessed, fire adjacent. That is what we're talking
He's
about.
on fire from downtown. Full 3.
You're just doing like the pre-recorded things from like NBA 2K.
Yes, it's actually NBA Jam.
Oh, NBA Jam.
Yeah. He's on fire
from downtown.
Yeah, for 3.
That's very funny.
Yeah. So reach out to us through our Facebook,
Dr. DC Podcast,
our Twitter,
Dr. DC, or at Dr. DC.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Our Reddit,
r/Dr_DC.
Our email,
drdcpodcast@gmail.com.
Our doc phone,
208-917-3238.
Babies, call us. We haven't got enough call. You got nothing going on right now. Give us a call.
Yeah, we're waiting on the line.
Yeah. 2 hot DC podcasters.
Give us a call. 1-900.
Yeah. No, it is 208-917-DCEU. That's right.
That's right.
Just lonely, waiting for you. Oh, God. That fucking ad. That was great.
That's one of my favorite things you've ever done.
Yeah. We also have a website.
drdcpodcast.com or .ca.
We got a YouTube page.
We do. We do.
I mean,
as
but
Dr.
also,
DC.
yeah.
You can check us out on YouTube. We have one video episode, but all of our episodes are also just up and available there. And we have our side project, Scaredy Guys, where we play video games that scare me/us.
Oh, God.
But mostly me.
And
we're about to start on...
Tomorrow, you'll be able to watch the first one that we're doing for Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, which
I've never seen a person scared.
I thought The Last of Us was the scariest game I'd ever played. And it was until we played this one.
I've never seen a person more scared of my entire life. Doing like things that you would like see in movies of scared people are things that actually apparently are from reality.
I think this whole Scaredy Guys project has shown precisely how well I would do in an apocalypse.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's very funny that we've also...
Which in a way, sometimes I would do well because I just wouldn't leave. But I also just like starve out because I'd be like, well, I can't go outside.
Yeah. I'm just... Well, also, I mean, the thing you've repeated multiple times on both these games is if this had happened, you just kill yourself.
If my point was that in these games, the main characters' families are often already dead.
Yeah.
If my family wasn't dead, I wouldn't do that. But if they were casualties of the apocalypse, why would you keep living?
No, you would do like...
It doesn't make any sense.
I could see
it's not going to get better.
I could see you like Mad Max Fury Road, like...
This feels uncomfortable to talk about
at the front of your car. Like I could see you like posted at the front of your car and like, your wife driving. I think that...
Oh, I'm Mad Max.
Yeah.
She's spraying the silver shit.
Yeah. Today's a good day to die.
What a lovely day.
Yeah.
Today's a good day to die. It's Klingons.
Yeah.
Still Star Trek.
Yeah, it works. It's all in my head.
But yes, check out Scaredy Guys on YouTube. Tomorrow we start our Resident Evil 2 series.
You're not going to want to miss that one. It's hysterical.
And then, of course, Dr. DC, we have a Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Patreon.com/Dr. DC. There's a $5 level and a $7 level. There's lots of bonus content. Full bonus episode every week. Video episodes, merch discounts. Commentaries. We just did one for Constantine.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff out
favorite thing about high school students.
Jesus. I think you made that joke on the thing.
I did.
Yeah. Oh God. But that helps support us and helps us do stuff on the main feed too. So if you want to help us out and help support us and get some fun extra stuff, go sign up on the Patreon.
Absolutely. And of course, don't forget to give us 5 stars.
That's right.
A review on iTunes.
Yeah, we're hovering at 73 right now. If we get to 100 reviews, we will release
our first child.
From the basement.
Yeah.
No, we will release our Lord of the Rings miniseries podcast.
Hugo, that's the name of Bart Simpson's
there you
twin.
go. Couldn't think of that.
Yeah. We'll release Hugo from the basement. That's it for this week.
Adios.
Ciao, ciao.
They always fight for what is right. Live with danger and adventure. They are men of might.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.